Today, we delve into one of England's most enduring mysteries, the story of the princes in the Tower. Our tale begins in 1483, a tumultuous time in English history. The Wars of the Roses, a series of dynastic conflicts between the houses of York and Lancaster, have left the nation in turmoil. At the heart of this story are two young boys, Edward V and his brother Richard, Duke of York. Edward V, just 12 years old, had recently ascended to the throne after the death of his father, King Edward IV. His younger brother, Richard, Duke of York, was only 9. Their reign, however, was fraught with danger and political intrigue from the start. The boy's uncle, Richard, Duke of Gloucester, was named Lord Protector. But Richard had his own ambitions. Fearing that the boy's maternal relatives, the Woodvilles, would dominate the young king, Richard acted decisively to seize control. In May 1483, Edward V was moved to the Tower of London, ostensibly for his own protection before his coronation. His brother Richard joined him shortly after. The Tower was a royal residence as well as a fortress, so this move was not immediately alarming. As the weeks passed, rumors began to spread. The princes were rarely seen, and by the end of the summer, they had vanished from public view. Speculation about their fate has fueled countless theories over the centuries. On June 25, 1483, an assembly of lords and commons declared Edward IV's marriage to Elizabeth Woodville invalid, making his children illegitimate. This paved the way for Richard, Duke of Gloucester, to be proclaimed King Richard III. Richard III's rise to power was swift, but his hold on the throne was fraught with suspicion. The disappearance of his nephews cast a long shadow over his reign, leading many to believe he had orchestrated their demise to secure his position. So, what happened to the princes in the Tower? Historians have proposed various theories. The most widely accepted theory is that Richard III ordered their murder to secure his throne. Contemporary accounts, such as those by Thomas More and the Chronicles of Polydore Virgil, suggest that Richard was responsible. In Thomas More's famous statesman and historian, The History of King Richard III, Richard appears as a terrible overlord who with his own lips had ordered the murder of children. Assuming More's history was written during the reign of Henry VIII, scores of years later, his portrayal could also be influenced by all kinds of Tudor propaganda. Another theory implicates Henry Tudor, later Henry VII, who defeated and killed Richard III at the Battle of Bosworth in 1485. His claim to the throne was rather tenuous. The elimination of the princes would firmly establish his claim. There is no convincing evidence, however, to link him with their deaths. In 1674, workmen excavating a staircase at the tower found a chest containing 2 small human skeletons. The bones were assumed to be those of the princes and on Charles II's order were buried in Westminster Abbey. Modern forensic tests might provide an answer, but the bones have never been subjected to DNA analysis, and it cannot be confirmed that they are the remains of the princes. Some historians think the skeletons in the tower are not really the princes. The circumstances of their discovery are too uncertain, and with no contemporary records, there are enough loopholes to cast doubt. Other proposals are also made, including the fact that it may be possible that some loyalist could have arranged a secret burial. Another shadowy figure in this historic whodunit is Henry Stafford, Duke of Buckingham. Though he had been an early backer of Richard III, he later moved round to Richard's back by rebelling against Richard. Some believe that Buckingham killed the princes as a way to ingratiate himself with Richard or for his own purposes. His execution shortly after his rebellion leaves his involvement, if any, shrouded in mystery. The mystery is also placed in the fact that their mother, Elizabeth Woodville, placed sanctuary in Westminster Abbey, fearing for her and her other children's lives. Her later reconciliations with Richard III and Henry VII beg a host of questions as to what she may have known or believed about the fate of her sons. The story of the princes in the Tower is therefore rated among the most chilling episodes in all of English history, a tale of ambition, power, and tragedy. It speaks to us about dark intrigues that have determined the fate of many nations. But each theory, each new discovery, draws us near to the truth, yet in mystery it stays. The solution to this ancient mystery can now be had with modern technology. DNA analysis, coupled with advances in forensic science, may yet match the bones found in the tower, or even confirm other remains as belonging to the princes. Until that day, their fate is one of many haunting questions left to history. Thanks for joining us on this epic historic quest through the past. If you enjoyed the video, here at Historical Mysteries, more of our videos await your subscribe and like. Don't forget to hit the bell icon, too. Till next time, keep seeking the truth.